question before her.
She's out.
She's out. All right, that's fine.
I failed.
So, at a sewing night at Camelot, we ambushed you with a writ and wanted to know if you'd be prepared to answer a question today about whether or not you would join the Order of the Laurel. And we would have your answer now. Very good. Call.
Their Majesties will see their Order of the Laurel.
Here come the Laurel. Here come the Laurel.
Yeah, grab a chair for one.
I'm sitting, so you don't. All right, good. Okay.
Is there a member of the Order of Chivalry who will speak on behalf of this candidate?
Your Majesty, I am Edward Ray of Loch Levin, and I bring words from Jossursdottir and his little companion.
I am not.
These are the words of Osmond the Bootgiver, who is honored to have written them in support of feilinn, the gnarly friend, the golly kind, for elevation to the Order of the Laurel. The most crucial thing to understand about feilinn, in my opinion, is that she cares so very much for not only the Scrabble community, but about each and every member of the populace that receives a scroll from her hands. To me, this caring is so easy to see in every aspect of her art. She is a skilled and versatile scribe, studying hands from many different periods and locations, which allows her to create scrolls for a variety of personas to ensure a personal touch. For a recipient, her work hangs lovingly on walls throughout the kingdom or stands securely on shelves in case of stones she has raised. She has helped clear backlogs, worked through events in cases of emergency Scrabble situations, and is always willing to go above and beyond to help ensure that an award recipient has their scroll. One of the things I appreciate most about feilinn is her focus on making Scrabble arts accessible, and encouragement of those who've never picked up the pen to try and find any way they might participate if they want. She works to make sure that people know there's a place in the Scrabble community for non-traditional scrolls and for artists that typically wouldn't consider themselves a scribe. Let me fight and welcome the spot beside feilinn. Your Majesties, feilinn is and has always been my peer. I thank you for elevating her. Turn the pauser.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican who will speak for this candidate?
Your Majesties, I am Tola Knitter, and I will speak for this candidate. Feilinn's service is undeniable. She's been a pelican for longer than I have, which isn't saying much. As Signet, she introduced the kingdom to Clippy Sparky and Chibi Feilinn, bringing much-needed levity to Curia. But today, I want to speak of her art of service. Feilinn's research and recreation of Middle Eastern manuscripts broadens the scope of our society. She walked into the National Museum of Asian Art, saw a 15th century manuscript, cursed at it, which we all know is a key step in research, and recreated it. She researched regional Arabic scripts, and she can tell you the difference between Maghribi and Nastaliq. Is that right? And she's so kind. She studied pigments and paper cutting, directing the skills she's developed over years of scribal work in a new way. The museum placard describes the folio that inspired Feilinn as requiring tremendous skill, dexterity, and imagination. Feilinn painstakingly cut minuscule letters, pasting them, here in my own writing, on a contrasting background so perfectly placed that it's hard to tell that they are not being drawn. Feilinn has tremendous skill, dexterity, and imagination. And further, she shares her passion, teaching others about an art few have seen and even fewer have tried. She is full of the East's greatest exports, opinions and spite, and she remains my peer.
Is there a member of the Order of the Rose who will speak for this candidate?
There is, Rex. Roses are the watchdogs of courtesy, more or less. And, but what is courtesy? Is it being polite? Is it holding doors open for people? Yes, but there's so much more to it than that. Feilinn excels at doing for others. Doing scroll work for people that she doesn't know. Organizing things so that everyone gets a scroll that they are deserving of. Organizing all sorts of things to help make our SCA experience better for all of us. Generosity and goodness of her heart are things that we know of you, Feilinn, and things that we treasure about you. So, Your Majesties, thank you so much for doing this today. It is very, very deserving.
Is there a member of the Order of Defense who will speak for this candidate?
Your Majesties.
Hey, Jim.
Thank you. I am Magister Lilius Sherrington. I would claim that honor. One of the core tenets of the Order of Defense and fencing within the society is our sense of community. We know how important it is to bring people together for a shared goal of learning and improving together. Not only does our fencing community throughout the known world owe Feilinn a debt of gratitude for championing the first ever crown fought with rapier. You may be familiar with it. As a team, she supports the community of the East Kingdom artisans just as fervently. She's devoted countless hours and resources to getting new people into the scribal arts, as you've already heard, through art nights and teaching. But I don't just want to talk about fencers and scribes, but the wide world of the East Kingdom. How many of us over the years have received awards and been told that the scroll was forthcoming, and waited with excitement to see what would come? Feilinn has worked for years to keep those backlog scrolls from falling through the cracks, as backlog deputy and then as signet, championing the cause of scrolls being completed and delivered. She motivated new folks to get into Scribal, facilitated their contributions to that effort, which helped give them a sense of purpose as well. To know that you're still thought of, that you and your accomplishments are not forgotten, that you are worthy of someone spending hours to create a piece of art for you. Feilinn has worked to make that happen, that feeling. This lifts the spirits of our populace, encourages us, reminds all the recipients that they are valued members of the community, the society. It's just an example of how Feilinn cares deeply about others and their experiences and their sense of belonging. Thank your Majesties for recognizing the elevated her today.
Is there a member of the Order of the Mark who will speak for this candidate?
Your Majesties, I am Baron Ryan McWhite, and I do not have the honor of speaking for my friend Feilinn. I come bearing the words of Alana of Skye. These are the words of Alana of Skye. I send my support of this candidate to you as a member of the Order of the Mark. With ranged weapons, we are always aiming for precision to succeed. We aim to have each shot or throw placed exactly where we want it. Feilinn embodies this concept in her art. Each character on every scroll is perfectly formed and executed to create amazing works of art. Her calligraphy has not one single line out of place, and she accomplishes this over and over. I am truly inspired by her work and skill. She is my peer and mine as well.
Okay. Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel who will speak for this candidate?
Your Majesty, I am Marechal Remy de la Montagne de Gascon. I have the honor of representing the Order of the Laurel. So I'm not going to lie, at first I was kind of taken aback that I was asked to speak for feilinn, because on paper, our arts almost seem completely on opposite sides. I do swords, she does pens. Then I gave some more thought, and I realized there's actually a lot of overlap between the two. So I will speak in the vernacular of our peoples to explain the arts.
All right.
Let's start off with point control. Very important in fencing. I must keep my sword free to make sure my opponent can't dominate it and kill me. Feilinn also needs point control in her art. Absolute control over that pen to be able to make all those beautiful and intricate strokes in lines. One little false move of the hand, and that whole entire scroll could go off, right? In fencing, we have measure or distance management. I must stay away from my opponent as much as I can until I'm ready to come in to dispatch my foe. For feilinn, that turns into kerning of letters, or the distance between words, or the height. That goes off. You know that scroll is looking a little funky, right? And I know it seems weird that I'm comparing her art to like finding an adversary, but I think anyone who's ever done art knows that that is not that far from the truth. And lastly, there's a concept in fencing called sprezzatur. It means nonchalant elegance. For fencing, this means moving so effortlessly and gracefully that you make it seem like it's second nature. Like, you just make it seem so easy. I see this in feilinn's art. Anyone who's gotten a scroll from her sees the intricate lines of the strokes of her pen and just sees the beauty and the intricate aspect of those lines. But that doesn't come from natural born talent. That comes from putting in the work. It comes in reps, over time. It's looking at your work, standing back with clear and objective eyes, and recognizing not just what needs to be improved upon, but what you did well with that. Your Majesties, we've heard about her prowess with the pen. You don't make A&S champs without that. We've heard about her service to the community, both at work for the singing office and making all those scribes.
She might have made some strides.
She might have made some strides, yeah. We've heard about the community building that she has done, in terms of and also the precision of her work in her comportment, both in office, but also as queen on the throne. Sorry, my last line here. Her art graces the walls of a myriad number of citizens of the East. Her work brings joy to those that receive it. It builds and fosters community that I know is a very important aspect, virtue for you two. And it's the reason that we come back week after week. If all that does not make a peer, a laurel, then I don't know what does. Fortunately, as we have it, it does. And I'm excited to welcome her into the order.
Well, I'm good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Is there a medallion?
There is, Your Majesty. This medallion came from you to me to feilinn. Rock for feilinn.
Oh, yes, please. Oh, I know this one.
You do that one.
Oh, God. This is yours. Yes, I'm gonna cross you.
I don't know.
Okay.
Is there a coat?
Thank you. Is there a wreath?
There is.
Thank you.
This was made for her and Mr. Strader.
Aw, Mr. Strader.
Title stack, we don't double stack.
Majesties, as a sworn oath on your coronation day, I would reaffirm my oath to you and to the kingdom on this day over the hearing. I, feilinn Jossursdottir, give my oath to you and to the geese. I am yours should you need me, whether my pen into peace, my spear in times of war, and always the greatest export in the East Kingdom, my allegiance. This I promise you when the crowns pass my head, or as the wolf swallows the sun.
I, Donovan,
And I, Maganta,
hear the truth in your words.
and recognize the ties that now bind us to each other.
In return, we offer the protection of the crown
The hospitality of our table,
and the strength of our steel.
until these crowns pass from our heads,
We cross the threshold into the dark house.
or the destroyer of worlds begins to dance.
In the beginning of the tiger days, when all was empty and awaiting creation, were the first two orders born. One of the sword, the wave crashing on the rocks, and the other of all things made and not made, created and waiting for creation. The order of secret treasure and generosity, the mirror shining beauty back upon the beauty of the world, to light the dark, leaf-bearing leaders, limners, and letterers, the order of the Laurel. Those like feilinn, not born but forged through effort and matured through time. For until the juice ferments in the cask, it is not wine. And until the alchemy is worked upon lead, it is not gold. The Lord of Spirit, Donovan Rex, sits in glory. The mistress of wisdom, Meganta Padshabegu, reclines in light. Together they grace upon the brow of the worthy, the waiting, the well-beloved Asa, the wreath foretold, the orders rejoicing. Let her be called, let the caller and the called be ever bound in the beauty of the tiger. Let it be written forever, not lost to eternity on the 15th day of Hamal, in the 1404th year of the Shamshi calendar, being the 60th year of the society, and 2026 Anno Domini. Text written by Baron Master Saito Takauji of Palantir, based on the poem Be Lost in the Call by Rumi. Translation and calligraphy assistance by Walks on Scorched Earth of Palantir. Scroll, which is forthcoming, by Aidan Cochrane of Palantir, based on Timurid-style illuminated manuscripts.
So the former backlog deck gets a back.
Newest companion of the Order of the Laurel.